Sugar skulls are one of my favorite things about Halloween. It's the perfect combination of beautiful yet deathly. Today I wanted to show you guys how I painted this sugar skull, but I wanted to add a little twist. 'Cause we're all a little twisted. Blacklight sugar skull. The perfect twist to making this face painting extra dark. It was my first time working with UV paint, so if you want to know how I got this look, stay tuned. So you're gonna need some UV paint. I'm using UV Glow. I bought these off of Amazon. You can also find them at your local craft store. I found this UV face paint kit at Michael's. You're also going to need black and white face paint. I'm using Mehron. You can actually purchase these individually, so if that makes it easier for you, you can do that. And you're gonna need some brushes. So the first thing that I'm doing is I'm grabbing a pure black paint and I'm just going to outline my eyes and fill in all of the space so it's black. You don't need to go super duper black here. I may do another coat over this, but this is just the rough. Next, I fill in my nose with black and I just go along the bridge of my nose to kind of give it the effect that it's caved in. So now that you have the nose and eyes figured out, you can then go ahead and start painting your face white. So I would recommend having a paper towel and a glass of water so it's easier for you to pick up the paint. Once your whole face is painted, you're then gonna go along the middle of your neck and you're gonna paint this white. You're also gonna go along your collarbone and you are going to begin to draw in the skeletal figure. So I would recommend grabbing a picture of a skeleton. I did this, it is way easier to use reference. So I'm just going in with some more white and just coloring in the vertebrae. So now I'm going to grab black and I'm going to kind of rough out the vertebrae position and I'm going to paint in the sides of my neck black to give it the illusion that I am just a skull connected to a spine. So here's how everything looks roughed out. I would recommend wearing a topless shirt because it just makes it a lot easier. So the camera actually didn't record this, but to paint on the mouth, you just go ahead and make a line from one cheek to another and then just start making little hatches for the teeth all along that line, and I'm gonna fill these in later with a color. So now that I have everything mapped out, we're gonna go further into detail, but I want this to look beautiful in the day as well. So I'm going to add some blush and I'm also adding black eyeshadow to kind of give my face a little more contour to make it look like a legitimate skull. So now we're gonna grab our UV paint and I'm just going to paint in the teeth of the skeleton. So I'm just painting on the pure color right now, but as we get further away from the mouth, we want the teeth to look like they're actually the size that they actually are, which they are pretty long and the roots are very long in your gums. So you want to just extend that a little bit. So now I'm gonna grab some of the same green UV paint and I'm going to add that along my vertebrae so that this glows in the dark as well, because it really gives it a really cool effect when the UV lights are on. So I'm going to add this along the vertebrae. I'm also going to add this on the clavicle and the sternum along with the rib cages as well. So once you have that roughed in, then I'm going to do the designs of the sugar skull and I'm grabbing a pink paint and I was feeling like hearts today. So I decided to draw a bunch of hearts. We're putting a heart in the center of my forehead and I'm coloring that in and then really just get creative with this. I am just putting a bunch of dots and hearts all over the place. Use as many UV colors as you possibly can because it will make it look really cool in the ending. So now what I'm doing is I'm grabbing the yellow and I'm going along the blacks of the eyes and making little circles. Then I'm gonna go ahead and outline with my black paint around the hearts. I really want them to just stand out. So now I'm gonna get a little bit of blue UV paint and I'm just going to outline the yellow half circles that I did around the eyes to make it kind of look like flowers. And finally, I'm adding some orange UV paint just all over the place, dots and pretty lines. You can really just have fun with this. Look at pictures if you need reference, but the most important thing is to just remember to have fun. I would recommend turning on one of the black lights to see how your face painting looks and make adjustments if you need to, but I really didn't want to spoil it for you guys and I wanted to save it for the reveal. So this is how the final product looks. If you want to get the UV paint to fade a little bit, just add a little bit of water to it and then you won't get as vibrant of colors. But I hope you guys enjoyed this and I hope I've inspired you to create a UV sugar skull yourself. Thanks for watching.